It starts as a ringing in your ears. Out on a dark road at night, far from any village, a high, thin sound creeps in and slowly gets louder. By the time you understand what it means, the ground is already trembling. A shape unfolds against the sky, taller than the trees, taller than a temple. A skeleton. Its skull swings down toward you, the jaw creaking open, and a hand of bare bone reaches out of the dark. This is the Gashadokuro, and you are not going to outrun it. The Gashadokuro is Japan's giant skeleton. 15 meters of bare bone, sometimes more, looming over the rooftops. It walks the night roads looking for anyone out alone, and when it finds them, it snatches them up in one hand and bites down, or simply closes its fist. It can't be reasoned with, and it can't be killed. There's no flesh to wound, no heart to stop. All you can do is hope it's hunting somewhere else tonight. There is only one mercy in the old stories, and it's a small one. That ringing in your ears is the warning. It means the thing has already noticed you, and it is coming. The advice is simple and grim. The moment you hear it, run, and do not turn around to see how close it is. Turning costs you a step, and against legs like temple pillars, a single step is the difference between living and not. Get close enough, and you'd see it isn't one skeleton at all. It's hundreds, thousands. The giant is built from countless human bones, skull pressed against skull, ribs laced through ribs, all of it fused into one enormous body that should not be able to stand, and somehow does. Every bone in it once belonged to a living person, and every one of those people died the same way, forgotten. That is where it comes from. In old Japan, the dead needed rites to rest, a grave, prayers, someone left to remember them. But war left the losing side to rot in open fields. Famine killed whole villages faster than anyone could dig graves. Thousands of bodies, nameless, with no one to mourn a single one. Their grief had nowhere to go. And grief with nowhere to go was thought to turn, slowly, into something hungry. So, on the darkest nights, the stories say, all that resentment begins to pull together. A skull here, a hand there, bones dragging through the dirt toward each other, until the forgotten dead have built themselves a single body, tall as a temple, and gone out looking for the living. It isn't really one monster at all. It's everyone a society left behind, standing up at once. You have probably met it already without knowing. In games, in anime, in horror art, the giant skeleton turns up everywhere now. Most of that traces back to one haunting woodblock print from old Edo. And here's the odd part. As a named monster, the Gashadokuro is surprisingly young, mostly shaped in the last century or so. But the fear underneath it is very old. And that fear has a real address. In the middle of Tokyo, in Otemachi, ringed by glass skyscrapers and some of the most expensive land on earth, there is a grave. It belongs to Taira no Masakado, a warrior who rose against the emperor more than 1,000 years ago and was beheaded for it. The legend says his severed head refused to die. It flew across the country, teeth grinding, searching for its body, and finally came to rest right here. And here is why no one dares disturb it. Every time people have tried to clear that land, something has gone wrong. After a great earthquake, an office was built on the spot, and its minister died, and then more than a dozen of its staff, until they tore the building back down. Even now, the little grave sits untouched among the towers, with small stone frogs left around it as offerings. Frog, in Japanese, sounds like the word for return, as in, bring my head back. So maybe the giant skeleton never really walked the night roads. Maybe it's only a story we tell. The dead it's built from, though, were real, and there have always been far more of them than anyone wants to count. And in the busiest corner of one of the busiest cities on Earth, just in case, people still tend one small grave. They are very careful not to forget. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and leave a like. It really helps, and I'll see you in the next one.